Joburg's hottest breakfast show.
Of course, Monday morning, as always, it's time for Hot Cares, which I tell you, has just done some incredible stuff over the last, 2 months, 3 months. Hey, Lloyd, it's been insane.
We just finished our big party on Friday with the Krish.
Yes.
And we'll continue to carry on with Hot Cares during the December period because there are many people in need.
Definitely. So we're trying to get hold of the Red Frogs SA, but their phone doesn't seem to be ringing at the moment, but we'll try again. But Lloyd, maybe tell us who are the Red Frogs?
So Hot Cares received an email from Mitchell Thompson. He writes, Hi Hot Cares, I'm part of a non-profit organization known as the Red Frogs South Africa. We're a support program for young people from the ages of 15 to 25. Red Frogs SA recognize that the culture of young people is dominated by alcohol and that excessive consumption of alcohol and other substances can lead to dangerous and life-altering behaviors. Therefore, the Red Frog South Africa make it their mission to provide a positive peer presence in alcohol-fueled environments where young people gather and educate people on safer partying behaviors. Hot Cares, can you please assist the Red Frogs South Africa?
And you know what a good cause. Sure. You know, if you said this time of the year,
in fact, Matric Rage has started in Ballito, and that started on Saturday and will run until Friday.
Yeah, there we go.
Hello,
Mitchell.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, Mitchell, it's Sasha and Lloyd and the whole team here. Joburg's hottest breakfast, Hot 91.9.
Hi guys, how are you doing?
Good.
We are great, thank you. Lloyd has just been telling us, just been telling us about the Red Frogs, which is part of what you're all about. What do you do?
Hi, thank you so much. So Red Frogs is a party safe network, and what we look to do is we look to provide a positive presence in the party culture in South Africa, and just really come alongside young people as they celebrate the end of their school career and entry into the job market or the tertiary education market. So we come down to Matric Rage every year and we just try and make sure that the students have as much fun as they possibly can, in the safest and most positive way that they possibly can.
Okay, so when you say you go to the rages, I mean, what kind of presence do you have at the rage? I mean, is there a whole group of you, or how do you implement your safe partying?
Sure. So Red Frogs has been around for close to a decade now. And in that time, we've managed to develop an ever-expanding volunteer base. So we've got volunteers at all of the at all of the Rage locations around Durban. So we've got volunteers in Jeffreys Bay. We've got volunteers in Plet. We've got volunteers even in Zimbabwe at Lake Kariba. We're in Ballito. We're in Mhlanga.
Sure.
What we do is we take a volunteer group of about, it's actually a huge volunteer group. We probably have about between 300 and 500 volunteers this year. And what we do is we get invited to the different party locations. We walk around the streets. We go on the beach. And we just try and create a presence where Matrix can create relationships with us and come and find us if they are to need anything and if they require any assistance of any sort.
Tell me about these pancakes I've heard about.
Oh, the pancakes are legendary. You will never eat a better pancake in your life than you will at the Red Frog tent. So what we do is we have a call center, and what can happen is Matrix can phone into the call center, and they can ask for a Red Frogs team to come to their room and make breakfast for them. And then what we'll do is we'll spend time with them and get to know them so that they have faces that they can phone and call later on should they require it. And also we just help them have the best time possible. We've also got vans set up in different locations in Ballito. We do walk-arounds in the streets of Mhlanga with pancakes, and we just hand them out at will. And they are received very greatly by the Matrix.
So you say you guys have been going for 10 years. What prompted you to start Red Frogs? How did you come up with this idea?
So Red Frogs, actually, we got the idea from an organization in Australia. And so what happens is in Australia, VAC is called schoolies. And so what happened was one of the people in Australia wanted to find a way to be a positive presence to people as they celebrated the ending of their school careers. And so that started close. Actually, I think they're celebrating 20 years this year. And then Paul Rowney here in South Africa heard about that and thought that it would be a really great way for us to support and come alongside the young people in South Africa and provide exactly the same services so that they could have as much fun possible celebrating the ending of their school career, but in a very positive and in a very safe way.
Mitchell, now a lot of the kids, or all of the kids now, are released from the burden of being sort of treated as children. They sort of feel free now. Why would they want to come now and all of a sudden feel like they need to be mothered again?
So what we don't use the language of kind of parenting or mothering. We try to use the language of supporting and relationship building.
Okay.
So we don't come here and tell them what to do. We don't come there and police them. But what we do is we come alongside them and we try and be proactive rather than reactive. So by building relationships, it means that we're hoping we can help them to avoid falling down rather than picking them up from falling down. And so the other thing that Red Frogs do is we come into schools during the year and we do party-safe seminars. And what we do is we provide the rages with information about what Matric VAC can look like, what the possible dangers of VAC might be. And we prepare them to come here and have as much fun as they possibly can, and to avoid the things that we've noticed can cause problems in the past. And this has been a very successful endeavor for us, as a lot of the kids that we meet in the schools recognize us on the streets. They recognize us at the parties, and they just seem to be having a great time and really heeding the advice that we've given them. So we don't really look at it as mothering or parenting, but we look at it as relationship building, and maybe even more of a sibling relationship, if you want to use the family language.
Cool. Nice.
I'm sure you get quite a few calls from concerned parents.
Yes, we do.
and how can... if a parent wanted you to visit their child at Rage, is there a contact number?
Okay, so if you want to get hold of the Red Frogs down here at Rage, the contact number is 060-733-3764. And the call center is open 24 hours a day. And if any parents want to have their fears cold, or if any children want pancakes in their room, they can call that number. And if they just want to help or a friendly face to come alongside them here at VAC, they can call that number at any time of the day, and a team will be deployed to them as soon as possible.
Brilliant.
Mitchell, thank you so much. We believe that you're making a meaningful difference in the lives of those around us, and Hot Cares would like to give the Red Frog South Africa 4,000 Rand.
Oh, thank you so much. And we just want to thank Hot Cares and Hot 91 for your guys' support of the Red Frogs. It's just amazing that companies and organizations like you guys are really seeing the benefit in what we're doing here. And so we just want to extend our deep gratitude and our deep thankfulness to you guys for your support of us. And we hope that this will continue into the future as we try and support our young people in South Africa and try and create a positive presence in the party culture.
So I should have asked this earlier, but why Red Frogs?
Oh, the name?
Yeah.
So what happened was back in Australia, when they started to do this thing at Stoolies, it started off with just about 2 or 3 guys who wanted to drive the Matrics home so that they weren't drinking and driving. And so what they tried to do to start conversations with Matrics is they just went to shops and bought sweets to start conversations with them and build trust with them. And the sweets that they bought just happened to be Red Frog sweets. So the name was more coincidental than anything else.
And that makes you one jump ahead.
Really?
Yeah.
Listen, fantastic, Mitchell. I think it's a really, really great concern, and it's really important that youngsters are also taking care of youngsters together. So it's brilliant. Congratulations, and hope Rage goes well.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, there we go. Hot Cares this morning. The Red Frogs. Thanks very much, Lloyd.
Thanks, Ash.
There we go.
Johnny, you've started a few conversations with people using sweets.
Joburg's hottest breakfast show.
Sasha Martinengo, Andy Levy, John Wallen, Simon Hill.
Weekdays from 6 to 9.
Hot 91.9.